Okay, so my 2008 Jeep Commander 3.76 cylinder was throwing a engine trouble light blinking, yelling at me, and the car was running rough. So I pulled it home and put it on a diagnostics, and it was throwing a P0206 code, which means that cylinder number 6 was misfiring. I was having a clear misfire on P0206 6-cylinder. So I looked it up, and everybody says, oh, well, it's time to change your injector. Just change your injectors. You have bad injectors. That was the number one thing to check. So I was saying, well, the code was saying that it wasn't getting power to spark the injector. So I was saying, well, if it's not getting power, it's not necessarily the injector, but it's the power. It's getting it. So I came and looked at and checked my injectors. Some of them were a little bit loose and wobbly. This one was a little more wobbly. So another site said, well, what you have to do is take one injector out and swap it with another injector and see if that code comes up. Well, instead of getting into all that and, taking my fuel bar off and doing all that, I said, well, if it's a power problem, then why does it have to do with the injectors? It has to do with the coils. And I couldn't find anybody that says, well, it's the coils, check your coils. Well, it turns out that I took coil number 6 out. That's a secondary coil. And I put it in number 2. Okay. And then I put it back together, and lo and behold, what was it throwing? It was throwing a code for the second cylinder. So I thought, well, that was a bad coil, so I'm going to go spend $45 for a new coil and stick it in there. Well, incidentally, what I ended up doing was I put the coils back in, and I cleaned up the negative. That's actually the negative circuit for these coils, is where it attaches to the engine. So I cleaned them up a little bit, put them all back in, tightened them up, and guess what? No codes. Codes were clear. So before you go buying injectors and taking your fuel bar off and, messing around with your whole engine, check to see if your coils are connected correctly. And everything is connected, and that should be your first thing that you do, is check your connections. Not take everything apart, switch out your injectors, and that didn't solve it, so then you switch out your coils. Oh, that didn't solve it, so then you go to change your PCM. Well, you're causing yourself a lot of trouble doing that. Just make sure your connections are connected, and your engine will be running smoothly. I have no codes now. So thanks for watching. I hope this helps you. If it does, give this video a like, because I appreciate it. Thank you.